Welcome to this match in the Lorraine 40T. It turned out to be a really nice match with loads of damage and a pretty tense ending actually. At the start I'm following the other autoloaders up the hill and my platoon mate Ripian is going to take the center hill and keep it. The Lorraine is still a really nice tank. Sometimes I'm sort of let down by the penetration of it, because on paper it has 232 penetration or something, but it seems that after like a couple of hundred meters the penetration drops really rapidly. You'll see that later on when I shoot a T-34 on the front plate from the top, where it should penetrate but it doesn't twice or something. So moving up the hill, seeing if the enemy will come over there, but that T-62 is not in for it, so I'm inching forward to see if we get some spots off, but there's nothing there. And then I see that Lorraine over there, and he's quite an attractive target, so I'll back up the bat shot, move over there. And slowly inch around the corner, don't want to expose too much of myself. But already you can see he's not there, and then it turns out he retreated, so time to move up further. Go up this hill, luckily everyone is joining us, so going up further, and then I see this T-34, which is a really good target. And as you can see, two dings, and that T-71 over there is going to have an immense stroke of luck later on. We'll see that. It would have been actually smart to focus fire him, looking back at it. So now I'm just waiting for my reload. And then you can see the T-62A is pushing up the hill behind us. Our bat shot is pulling back, but I want to make sure that there's nothing at the front that can shoot us in the ass if we move up there. I'm pinning the map here because for some reason I was under the impression that there was RT in this match, which obviously there isn't, but I failed to look properly at the list of tanks, so I'll make a pretty stupid comment later on, but just ignore that. So the bat shot is pulling back, AMX 120 is on his own, so time to go help him. Track the T-62, good shot him, and then the AMX 120 feels like he should drive in my shot multiple times, because yeah, I mean, it's not like we need to kill them guys. So, two shots, and the last one obviously dings in exactly the same spot, so time to reload. But then this AMX 120 pulls back as well, and that is the cue for the T-62A to move. So, as you can see, he's not a complete idiot. So, I'm stuck in a pretty annoying spot here, but luckily he doesn't focus on me anymore, which is stupid. Because I'm going to kill him, and the Lorraine as well. I'm not going up this hill because my depression won't cut it, it'll just shoot in my belly. Can't have that, so moving up here. He misses his shot. Lorraine is over there, so good shot and pull back. Lorraine shoots one into the ground. Misses the second, so he's only got 4 shots left. Pulling back a little. That's 3 shots left. Put 1 into him. He makes a mistake, so kill him. He's got 2 shots left. But I managed to kill him. Luckily the T-28 misses me. That was really lucky for me, because that would have shaved up off a lot of health, which I really need, especially in this tank, because you haven't got armor, so your health is your armor pretty much. And here I'm asking what the fuck the team is doing, because most of the good heavy armor tanks were in the south and they just got rough stomped. So I'm wondering where that IS-7 is. I don't want to go down the hill, because if he turns out to be right down here, I could be in for trouble. He snapshots me. Always nice. Managed to put 2 shots in. He's on 400 health, so I'm going downstairs and I'm going to shoot the IS-7 in the ass. So avoiding a little bit and then putting a shot. And he puts a shot in. I ding. But luckily my last shell behaves and actually penetrates it. So, time for a reload. Bad shot is following. I'm talking to Ripian here. He's glad we killed the IS-7, so he can focus on the other flank now. Since I'm pretty much a one-shot for, well, I am a one-shot for anyone in the game, so I'm deciding together with Ripian that I'm going to cap while I ask the band chat to actually move up front and keep them off my back. Which he does to an extent, but he doesn't keep the actual threat off my back. He just goes hunting for, well, the E-75, which isn't a threat to me, it's a T-71. So it would have been a lot less closer of a match if either the bad chat would have kept with me or stayed within range of town. So I'm just staying into cover. I'm hoping he spots the ST-1 or STI and all the other tanks. Luckily the T-124 is killed. And then I can see the T-71 come rushing back at me. And with 54 seconds left on the cap, I'm never going to complete the cap in time. So I'm telling that to Ripian and he says, pull back, just leave the cap. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm pulling back down the hill here, because that way the T-71 can't properly get his gun down to shoot me. So turning around. I'm expecting him to come from there, but he doesn't. He comes from there. And he shoots me while driving full speed, which I call bullshit. That's seriously way too much luck. That's why I should have focused that guy down earlier. Now, Ripian is going for the T-71, because the bad chat is going for the STI on his own, which is not really smart with 3 guys backing him up. Ripian is informing me that his gun is damaged, so he isn't as accurate as he'd like to be. And the bad chat really got himself into trouble now. And he pays for it. always focus down the autoloaders first. They're the most dangerous tanks. T-71 is on the left. And miraculously, even with a broken gun, Ripian managed to put a really nice shot into him. Which is good. I mean, the E-75 is a great tank. It's got really powerful armor. And while the gun is a little bit temperamental, it can be oddly inaccurate at times, but it packs a really good punch and the penetration is really nice as well. I haven't played it in quite a while because I elited it a long time ago and I haven't bothered buying the E100 yet. I will do at some point. And I was grinding other tanks. Unfortunately, Ripian can't get a shot on the T-71 here. So he's going to see if he can get the STI or the AMX 120. This team was by no means stupid because they can't get a shot. He's behind the buildings. With this broken gun, it doesn't really work. But Ripian hasn't been spotted yet, which is weird. Or at least the STI acts like he isn't. There's a nice shot. And the broken gun wafts it into the fence. And then you can see the STI pulling back, so that means that Ripian wasn't spotted. But then the AMX 120 is behind him, which is very unfortunate, but that's why I'm saying that the team isn't stupid. The AMX 120 was smart. And then I'm thinking, no, get the STI first, because then the Jagdpanzer has a chance at surviving. And he manages to kill him, which is great news. So now he's just got the AMX 120, and if he can keep his tank relatively hull down, the AMX 120 will have a really tough time killing him. Jagdpanzer 100 is still struggling with the T-71 and he gets killed, unfortunately. Ripian manages to kill the AMX 120, which is good. As you can see, there's only 2 minutes left on the clock, so the only way for the T-71 to properly win now would be to cap. Well, or at least draw Ripian out. And there he goes. As you can see, he's driving a circle in the cap. Ripian is following him, and the T-71 notices that as well. But he's not stupid either. I mean, he leaves the cap, and I'm telling Ripian at this point, keep an eye on the rear, the G8 area, because he would have looped down, went all the way around that little town, and then he'll come up behind him and a chance to get his engine deck. So this was a pretty tense situation, because Ripian is a one-shot if the T-71 can penetrate, and with the amount of luck he had earlier, there's a good chance he will. So Ripian pulls back. I'm telling him he will seriously come from that direction, because otherwise he would have come up on the rear already, and he didn't. So luckily Ripian is in time with his turret to kill him, and that's GG. 34 seconds left.